Hello.
Is EJ in the chat? Check. Is EJ in the chat?
Turn you up a little bit. I do not see EJ
check
in
one,
there.
Check 2. Okay.
I'll give some hellos to everybody. Let's get the Stranger Things music out of the way here.
Oh, I got a Stranger Things take. I watched the whole thing.
Okay, so you're up to speed.
I saw a Miami University license plate that said Wavy J, and I wanted to ask him if Wavy J was anybody famous.
Wavy J. Yeah, it sounds like an influencer,
right?
Doesn't it? Wavy J, man.
It was a nice car, and he had a custom plate, but he was parked in free parking. So
I got to give the chat room some love. I think it was EJ that called out that I did not hide our alligator when Savannah was in here, and I normally do.
Oh.
And
they sell them there.
And
they sell all the parts lacquered
do
down
they?
there at
I didn't
Gatorland.
think
Yeah,
they did.
no, they sell all that shit down there.
Do they?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that. Oh, well, anyway, normally out of respect, I hide it.
She's probably butchered alligators before.
No,
I imagine that's
she
like
loves
a
them.
third of the job, though.
She kisses them.
Yeah, but like if you're a sheep farmer, you love your sheep, but you cut them up and you make sweaters and shit. You know?
But they didn't make a big deal out of it. They didn't make it. They didn't
like being shaved.
They didn't bring it to her attention. Normally,
well, they also make lamb chops, Tom, and they don't like that.
Normally, they're like, hey, look up here. Guests, look up here. They didn't hide it. We're fucking them. We say we like them, but we're fucking them. Fuck you. But they didn't do that. They didn't. Oh, EJ is in there.
Oh, EJ. Is Wavy J anybody famous at Miami?
Who is Wavy J? We saw a license plate, Wavy J. Does everything sound okay? Everybody good? Does that sound okay to you?
EJ can also tell you that I gambled so much this weekend, I forgot it was Saturday and missed trivia.
Oh, you did miss trivia.
Yeah. We were driving back from Tampa, and and my phone chimed in.
Wait a minute. So that means you're choosing gambling over trivia. It means that you've chosen gluttony over intellect. Right?
My phone chimed at 8:15 driving back from Tampa, and I immediately thought to myself, "Fuck, Bart, I'm so sorry."
But your addiction kept in. It's ruining your life. It's tearing your life apart.
Gambling is an interesting addiction because it's treated way differently.
Look how happy Tom is that you have the same. Look at the smile.
I don't have this addiction. I have
What you don't have is a wife who's also addicted. That's the snowball.
You wouldn't say you're like a little bit. You don't think you're just a tiny bit. You love it. You like it.
No, I like.
You want some more of it, right?
But
I've been listening to too much country music.
I'm addicted to gambling that you could find an edge and actually I'm addicted to finding the edge.
Yeah, you like to distance yourself from the casino rats, as you call them, right?
I'm doing Kelly criterion, only betting 1% of my bankroll on each bet. I'm doing it by the book. That I've listened to podcasts.
Is that working for you?
And, yeah, well, how it's working is it's basically gambling with the same money years after years, no wins or losses. I'm basically breaking even or losing.
Fuck, that sounds so fun.
It's not fun at all. It is not fun at all. It's work. It's a grind. Categorize. Right. Anyway, so it's different than the gambling that you're going through, which is. I
like you're saying going through it.
Yeah.
Wild swing. Absolutely wild swing.
And there's only loss to look forward to over time.
They call him Lost Ross.
But you could be up, you could be down, but eventually over time you can't beat the math. You can't.
All right, good warm up. All right, would you like to start? This is Monday 1?
Yes.
And we have 3 and 4 in the bank?
Yeah.
I don't think they require. Yeah, we do. I know we have
Yes.
them. I just don't think they need any edits. All right, here we go. In 3, 2.
Welcome to A Corporate Time with Tom and Dan. I'm Tom.
I am Dan. We're live on Twitch and YouTube. Come on over and hang out. We'd love to see you. If you're on social media, also you can see tons of great clips. You can find out what we're up to, when we're going to be places. Just search for @TomandDanLive on YouTube, on Twitch, on Instagram, TikTok, all of that. @TomandDanLive.
You could also subscribe to become a BDM. That's our subscribers that have been with us for 12 years now.
Yeah, man.
And running. And we do BDM Appreciation Week in April. I got a meeting today. We're planning the party at the end of the week. But BDM Appreciation Week, we basically sell $5 shirts. You have to be a BDM to I say I shouldn't promote it without 100%. I haven't locked that down yet, but I'm going. It's fine.
Okay.
Yeah,
I like that. I like call your shot. Call your shot. I like that.
Yeah, a little behind. I should have locked it down.
It's not
last
locked
month.
down, but it's loosely locked.
I'm betting. Why I'm even saying it, I'm betting it's going to still happen. Anyway, that's for mediums only, and we also give out prizes.
You said that like we don't give out prizes. Did you notice that?
What?
You said we also give out prizes.
Well,
You said that as if you were looking around for the prizes.
I haven't
Here,
locked
let me do
down
it again.
any
Let
of
me do
this.
the improv. This is the improv I just did. Hey guys, we're giving away. Where are they? Prizes. We're giving away prizes. That's how you did it.
Yeah. Well, because I haven't locked down anything yet, so
It's unlocked out.
I
someone say
shouldn't promote it.
No, you're giving the tease. It's gonna be locked down. You have a lot to look forward to.
This is what we've done in the past.
Yes.
I guarantee that. And this is what I plan to do in
Be
April.
fine. It's gonna be fine.
Ross McCoy is here. How you doing, Ross?
Hey guys, the BDM event will or won't happen, and it may or may not have prizes involved.
Yeah, he confirmed it. You heard it here first.
It's happened in the past,
It's gonna
so
happen.
sure.
No, it's gonna happen.
Most likely,
It's gonna happen. We're gonna have the
yeah,
stuff. It's
yeah.
just it's just he didn't get. You're a man of. You'd like to be. You're not a liar, and you haven't
Yes.
gotten a definitive yes, but it's gonna happen.
BDM Thank You Week will be somewhere between 7 days and a half hour. Something like that.
Yeah, there you go.
So, a lot to talk about over the weekend. Daniel took the train down to the Hard Rock and Fort Lauderdale.
He was looking for a soul to steal.
Yeah, I was. Dennis took the train to Fort Lauderdale.
And this was because the concert got postponed. It was supposed to happen when?
What concert?
October?
Okay, it was. I thought it was December. I thought it was like December 13th or something.
What concert?
It was Chris Stapleton.
Oh.
I don't remember who the opener would have been originally. Oh, my wife's in the chat room. Thank God she's here. It was originally in October. That's how little old man mind of mine. Like I have no idea.
I said October.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
remembered
you're
it.
right.
You
You're
said
right.
December.
Yeah.
That's a months and
I mean,
apart.
thank God only one of us cares about being right. So it was in October. And it got postponed because apparently Chris Stapleton had
You got scared
laryngitis.
at Halloween. Oh.
Yeah, he had laryngitis, which is, or bronchitis. I keep saying laryngitis, and my wife keeps saying, just don't listen to anything I say.
Uh-huh.
My wife, it was bronchitis. He got like bronchitis. And it was interesting because like that's a tough thing when you have to cancel a gig when you know it's at like a destination spot, like, and all of them are really. You can make this argument for any concert. But this being at like a casino and resort, it was like you saw like, when he canceled originally in October, you saw just underneath the announcement on X, nothing but people like my babysitter this, my hotel that, I'm driving from like.
You get a lot of blowback.
And then you get people that are, you don't know if it's a real thing or not. And I'll give you an example. Like you read on Twitter or X, like underneath it says, "I'm sorry, we're having to cancel this date because I have bronchitis. I've been ordered to be on vocal rest. My doctor said I've been ordered to be on vocal rest." And then underneath it, immediately, first comment with the most amount of hearts is like someone like, "I was flying in from Australia, mate, and this is unbelievable. I'm not going to get to see you." And then I'm like, "You're flying in from Australia? Really? Were you really flying in from Australia? Or did somebody just say that so they could be top comment underneath Chris Stapleton having to cancel?" You see what I'm saying?
Well, there are people in life that have to take their emotional tax. And by that, I mean, there's nothing. Chris Stapleton has bronchitis, laryngitis, whatever he has.
Yeah.
He wants to make millions of dollars. He's done this a long time.
He doesn't want to disappoint people, no.
He doesn't want to, and he's going to take a financial small hit. They reschedule and stuff, but there's a lot of extra work.
Yeah. Sometimes they can't.
He would rather just do the show.
Sure.
He
I agree.
cannot. They announced it, and then people are like,
Not good enough.
I'm taking my emotional tax because that's what they're doing. I call it emotional tax. He's not going to be like, you know what? This guy is flying from Australia. I'm going to get up on the stage with bronchitis and just sing a horrible show
So
because this guy.
You got to get it out. That's what, right?
Why,
That's
though?
what, I don't know. I mean,
Why
you're
do you
not an
have to get
emotional
it-
person, so you'll never see a why. And I am an emotional person.
What does it do?
It's on
themselves.
on the surface level, it does feel better. I mean, it's got to release chemicals. We all know that, or I don't think people would do it.
So you're doing it to release chemicals
I think
yourself.
people are. Yeah, it's a selfish act. It doesn't really help you. It doesn't.
'Cause you're saying
it doesn't help the situation. Doesn't help
I
you.
need people and him to know you inconvenience me.
And maybe they don't have anybody else to talk to.
Right.
Maybe it's just the box sitting in front of them is all they have.
Loneliness,
so they
too.
Tippy tap 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 tap, and that's it.
Yeah, you're right.
That's the only way they can. They have to say something, and that's the only way they can.
They've told their friends and family.
They don't have friends and family.
They've told their friends and family so many times that their friends and family now hate them. You know,
they've bitched to everybody around them, and they're like, "I'm bitching," so hopefully he hears it.
I didn't do it on this one. Normally, I've been known to dabble with emotional taxes. I was the tax collector. I think from 07 to like I want to say 2016, I was Orange County emotional tax collector.
Yeah.
So I can speak on this a lot, but in that one, especially being a performer, does it suck? And you could get mad about it and mad about it being inconvenienced, but you wouldn't want him to get up there. And you have to look at logically. You wouldn't want him to get up there and do something that would hurt his voice.
Even like when The Weeknd did the Super Bowl halftime show, right?
Yeah.
And he like skyrocketed in popularity, and he had a whole tour planned, and I had tickets to go see him at the Amway Center in Orlando, and I was super excited about it.
Yeah.
And after the Super Bowl halftime show in Tampa, canceled that tour and rebooked a whole stadium tour because he could at that point, right?
Yeah.
So I was very disappointed I didn't get to go see Abel at the Amway Center here in Orlando, but at the same time I was like, you know what? Good for him. That dude, who I like and I enjoy, skyrocketed in fame and is now doing way better to the point where he's doing shows that are twice as big as the ones he had planned. And it was a little disappointment to me, but I was like, good for him. I feel like these people should be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to have to cancel my ticket from Australia to America to go see this guy. But, yeah, get some bed rest and go about your day. I'm a fan of yours, and ultimately I want you to be able to sing longer, right?
You're right.
Yeah.
True.
Well, I guess
Wait. I might take it from Australia.
you can get
Idiots.
I feel like there's some rules of emotional tax. You can emotionally tax someone if they're making a decision based on greed or their own personal benefit over the fan.
Right.
Because then they need to hear that, like, hey.
Well, then wouldn't that be a different category? That'd be like shaming. Because I think in your analogy, you're claiming that the emotional tax is something that is it's something that happens, right? But you're claiming from a person that doesn't do it. And I agree with you that it doesn't help anything.
But the difference is who it's for. If you're like, hey, I don't think you should do this because it's going to impede you and your fans and it will make you a better person. Or if you're like, hey, I don't think you should do this because it's going to make me sad and I have stake in the game.
Right.
That's the emotional tax.
Okay.
If the person is saying like, hey, I'm sick, I cannot perform, I have to, then by bitching about it, you're doing it only for yourself because you're not going to change the fact that he's sick. If you're saying, hey, I'm changing venues because I can make more money on this venue, sorry to everybody who bought tickets here, then you can tax the hell out of that person because because then they deserve it. They're saying I choose money over my fans, and now
he's not that guy.
No,
he wouldn't do that.
So then you could shoot your emotional tax. Anyway, there's lots of rules here.
I like it.
If I was in charge, I'd write them all down, and then you follow.
If I was in charge, I'd write them all down. Where are we at on emotional taxes? Where are we at?
I'm kidnapping everybody.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Oh. All right, let's go.
What do you want to start with? Like getting on the bright line? You want to start there?
Because before I started poo-pooing on the whole taking the train ride, and I was like, "What the hell are you taking the train? It's so slow. It costs more than driving." But
I can get you all that.
I changed my tune.
Okay.
And here's okay. So when I like an adventure or a trip where that travel is also part of the adventure or trip.
Oh, then you're a trainman. Oh my God.
Because, and I equate it to like, if you ask me to drive to St. Augustine, not interested.
Yeah.
But taking my boat up to St. Augustine, interested every time. Because I'm more interested in the boat ride. I like St. Augustine too, but I like the combination of the travel because the car ride, everybody's sitting in a car, it's boring.
Yeah, it's just other devices on the car.
Yeah, well, there's also, like, either I'm driving or Crystal's driving.
And it's just, that's all there is.
You can't get up and walk around, there's drinks or food.
I put some Billy Joel on, but that's just me.
Like, I remember I talked to a millionaire one time that he would always go down to Key West from Central Florida all the time. and he switched into hiring someone to drive an RV that he bought down because he said, I get tired of the drive because you're just sitting there. At least with the RV, I could walk around.
Yeah.
And then because he's like, that makes it all
like the train.
way better being able to get up and walk around, use the bathroom, do whatever the hell you want.
Yeah.
So, okay, back to the train.
Well, I mean, a lot of people say, like Brightline, you asked me why Brightline. A lot of people have asked that. So you're not the only person like, why are you taking the Brightline? When
Part
you
of
could
the
just,
adventure, okay.
Yeah, when you could just drive there. Well, my wife is notoriously cheap. Special needs cheap. SNC is what I've determined she is. Like, she's so cheap, in fact, that she bought our tickets to go on the Brightline. And then, so what you do is you find a coupon. I'm going to tell you people how to do it.
Yeah.
You find this coupon that's called a Super Saver coupon. If you find the Super Saver coupon, you'll find like an ability to buy the standard ticket, not premium, regular ticket to Brightline to wherever you want to go at like their best rate. Then what you do is you wait, and in a couple of weeks you go in and you can go in and like alter your reservation. And when you go in to alter it, things will pop up saying like, hey, do you want to upgrade your ticket that you already got, which my ticket was $150 and Andrea's was $150 round trip.
Okay.
To and from Fort Lauderdale on the Brightline. Do you want to upgrade your regular standard poor person ticket for $5 to get the premium?
Okay.
For $5.
Yeah.
So $155
All right.
per ticket. And she'll go yes, and she clicks it. So she pays the extra $5 just to do the upgrade. You get all the unlimited. You get all the beer you can drink.
Premium has like a special lounge, in the train station.
Yeah,
you can go
like
to
leather
there's
seats.
snacks and stuff.
Yeah, they got all the cell phone chargers you could ever want.
I think
snacks.
you get on the train first.
How much is that normally?
A couple $100.
Okay.
But Andrea gets it for $5 because she does some weird thing. Am I saying it right? Let me see. I'll make sure. And she wanted me to make sure and let you guys know it's not just snacks, it's full food. Like, it's a hot bar. Like, we had omelets with bacon and hash browns, Stella, Mick Ultra, all these different wines on tap. You go up and you pour as much beer as you want. You can put it in a big old cup if you want to. It's crazy.
Let me defend your wife for a second because
No, it's awesome. And I'm not complaining.
No,
I'm making fun.
No,
but
no,
I
no.
love that she does this. I just wouldn't do it.
She's trying to find. There's a difference between finding the best value
It's her journey.
and being cheap.
No, she loves the journey of getting the finding the deal.
The
art of the deal. Oh, you can't say that.
Oh my gosh.
Because the being mentally ill cheap is the Gilbert Godfreys of the world.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Is the I will not, even though I'm a millionaire, fly to a destination to perform comedy. I will take the big red bus for $1 or whatever the hell you're
It
doing.
goes past even that. Like there's TLC shows where like the dude goes to a public park with like empty milk jugs and then fills up water to bring home.
Yeah,
you know, like,
yeah,
you could be
that's mentally
you could be
ill.
insanely cheap. Yeah.
Like,
Oddly enough, that's where she's at right now. She's out here at the fountain getting our drinking water.
Because going to Chris Stapleton, staying at the Hard Rock,
expensive.
taking the train, like that's thousands of dollars.
It can be, yeah.
Gilbert Godfrey would have never done that. Your wife
You're
is just
right,
finding
you're
the
right.
best value with a nice trip. You know.
Yeah.
Anyways,
but it's got every they got and I was impressed. I was like, oh my God, I'm thanking her profusely. Like, this is amazing because you got the little chafing dishes with like omelets. Different mushrooms and like sauteed onions if you want to put that on there. They had like bacon. They had little hash browns, and stuff like that.
Where do you go to the airport?
Yeah,
Yeah,
at the
Terminal
park.
C.
Okay.
It's in Terminal C too,
Yeah.
which is the nice new terminal.
It's-
So no one's there. It's beautiful.
What's
And
parking cost? Like $25 a night or something like that?
Yeah.
It depends on where you park.
pretty expensive.
And you want to get if you don't have an e-pass, you want that because that's how you pay for your parking at the airport. Otherwise, you have to park a million miles away.
No,
It's insane.
Every time I go to the airport, and then I'm mad. Like, we'll go for a week and then come back and then be like $190 for parking. I'm like, God, or I don't know, $230 or whatever it is. I'm like, God damn!
But
I'm
I'll
like,
tell you
I
what
need
I'm
to get
not
dropped
doing.
off.
I'm not parking at a bark and ride because that doesn't make sense. And I don't understand why you're tying in dogs and why you painted your little bus like a Dalmatian. I hate it. In fact, it does the
How many
opposite.
dogs are going through here?
I hate it. I hate that you call it a bark and ride, and because you know why you did that? Because you're not from this country, and park and ride was taken, and you're like bark and ride, and it's not the the same, and I think that's why that's what happened.
No, they used to.
How
care
dare
for,
you make fun of Irish people? I'm sorry.
They used to care for dogs. I don't think they do it anymore, but it used to be a place you could drop off your dog. They had like a kennel, and then you could ride into the airport. That's why it was the bark and ride.
Well, there's no dogs there.
Change the
me
name.
and Tom went there. We are one of our business trips, and we went there.
You know, flying with dogs isn't really a thing anymore. A lot of airlines don't even do that.
But it's on the trains. There's
Like,
drunk dogs everywhere on the train.
oh,
There's
like-
dogs everywhere on the train. There's dogs all up and down the train.
Well,
and
they gotta-
everyone's
Do they
dog
put
on
them
the
in a
train.
different car?
No, they sit right next to you. What the hell's wrong with you? I'm going
get
to bring
your
my
dog
dog
out of here.
Oh, no, it's awesome.
They got to get to the
Dog on
casino
train.
somehow because the casino's full of them too.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, I was going to a casino. So anyway, so we're
Another
Yeah.
good trick is like you can do what Andrea does. They also have an email you can sign up for, and they'll email you deals all the time. Like I get Brightline deals all the time. And then the best cheapest ticket I found was when I got a ticket to see The Weeknd, and it was like a year in advance. I just went like on Brightline. I was like, how much would it be for me to get like a round trip ticket a year in advance? It was like $30. It was insanely cheap.
Oh, really?
So if you can get, if you know you're going to Miami a year from now, see what that Brightline ticket costs now because it's just dirt cheap.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you
further
can't
out
plan-
And then let you get it that early?
it was it was maybe like 8-9 months, something like that, and it was dirt cheap.
I
if
guess
you're a
it's
planner, it is. You can get some good discounts.
You know, I never dealt with trains, but I guess like airlines don't let you do it that far. You know, like there's certain timelines,
Well,
but
they
that
want
makes
your
sense.
money.
Well, but it also makes sure that like planes change a lot. Like
The schedules
the
change.
trains, like, hey, the tracks are
Going down the track.
yeah, the track. We're not like it's happening, right? Like there's
Yeah.
nothing like a rain or anything. Like it's not. The tracks
no.
are laid,
The only
and
thing
we're
that-
going.
The only thing that stopped ours, true story,
Uh-huh.
yesterday on the way back, we were delayed 20 minutes because our president had a dentist appointment.
How'd you know it was a dentist
They
appointment?
said it. They talked about it.
How do they know?
Because it's in the news. It's in the
okay.
news.
Because that's the lie they came up with, so Trump could go do whatever he wanted to do.
Yeah.
Why else would you say? Because like HIPAA laws. Why would you even say any medical
Yeah,
stuff about him?
he's a
That's
dentist.
just a convenient lie for him to stop the train.
So we're in
Doesn't the
the
dentist just travel with them?
Yeah,
Like,
wouldn't the dentist come to Trump? Don't you think?
You would think. You would think so.
Yeah.
You can bring all the equipment. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
The chair is the biggest part.
But you find the guy you
Yeah.
like. No, it's just like when Hillary Clinton and other politicians, when you find the hairdresser or Nancy Pelosi, when you find that hairdresser, it doesn't matter if you're spending millions to go to New Jersey. That's what you do because that's what you like.
What don't they bring? All I'm saying, they bring the person to you. Why
or-
are you going anywhere?
I don't know.
you know-
Maybe you like to travel more. I would have traveled.
You know how Secret Service gives everybody nicknames, like Ronald Reagan was the Eagle or whatever?
Yeah,
like
yeah.
maybe somebody in his retinue is the dentist, and he's going to see Barron, and
Oh, yeah.
Barron's the dentist.
Yeah, who's got the biggest teeth in his circle?
That's
That would
a
be the
good
dentist.
question.
So
Yeah, weird.
we're in the first, or it's usually like premium's either the first or the back three cars. Getting through,
Just like the Incredible Hulk coaster.
Yeah, like when you go into the lounge, like if you're sitting in the lounge on the Brightline, this is for people that have never done it. Maybe many people like this, but you would like this. It feels very much like a cruise ship because it's not like a plane. You go through security one time, and then when you're
The
sitting there,
security is so easy for
it's
the
so
train.
easy.
It's insane.
And you're sitting there eating and drinking, and then they.
Well, again, they're like, well, even if you did get in the front, what can you do? you know,
Well, you're standing there, and then they like get a beer. You're like, oh, you pour a beer, and then they're like, and then you could just like top off your beer, full pour, and then walk down the stairs, and then the train's there, and you just walk into your seat.
Okay, yeah.
So you walk in and you go there. The seats are humongous for big people. The seats are for big people.
They got chargers right there at the seat.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
They've got
Yeah.
two trays that fold down, a big one so you can eat, and then they got this little baby tray. It's a great idea. It's a little baby tray for your phone. So you can just set your phone there so you can have more room. Dude, it is awesome.
There's a couple spots where if you have like a party of 4, you can get a table.
Yeah,
just
and
have
you
a
can
nice
sit
little
there and
table
eat.
all set at it.
They bring you food. They bring you like sandwiches. They
Yeah.
bring you and then they'll just keep. You want more beers? And just keep bringing you beers. It's
Dude,
like,
and it's by QR code, so you just get the menu. You scan you don't have to talk to nobody.
No, you don't.
You just you scan a QR code, like I want a pastrami sandwich, and somebody just
and you
brings
do it on
to
your
you.
phone. Like,
Yeah,
you hit the button, and then the dude will just bring you a Bud Light. He's like, "Hey, here's your Bud Light." Dude, it's awesome.
it's awesome.
That is a benefit to current day technology,
Yeah.
where we have cut out a lot of the
Talking to people.
Yeah, we've cut out a lot of the humans. I like that. All right, keep going. I don't need a person. Like I just ordered on my phone. There's no need for. I don't need
Honest
to
to
ask
God.
them what do you prefer. I know what.
But
you
it's
don't care.
quiet.
And I'd
it's
prefer if
calm.
R2D2 brought me the sandwich, honestly, like it's supposed to be human,
yeah.
you know?
It's awesome though. It's quiet. It's calm, and you don't see. Yeah. There's plenty of other ways you could say that are like, you could even drive it yourself and you say it's faster. It doesn't seem that way, I guess. I don't know. Like, I loved it. Like, you're just sitting there before you know it, you're at your stop, you get your stuff, you walk out, you get in an Uber, and boom, you're on your way. Because they make it, it's like, why? It's more open than an airplane. An airplane, you have to go through so much security and so much BS. This is the exact opposite of that.
Yeah, it makes sense.
And then once you get rolling, like as opposed to like driving to Miami where the interstate is exactly the same the whole way, you just see like verge and fence and trees. This goes through like backyards of Florida.
It does.
It's like an interesting
You
tour.
see some weird stuff.
It's like all the backyards of Brevard County are wide open to your gaze on like this giant screen TV, and it's very interesting.
You go through one area of old Florida where it's like you can tell that the people all know each other and they don't have a lot of money, but they have a lot of airboats. And you go through and on either side, it's like families with and you're just like cutting their. I bet they're mad about the bright line. I bet they hate it.
Oh yeah, they.
You cut our airboat paradise in half.
What's it called when the government takes your land and they just
eminent domain.
domain.
Yeah.
That was some eminent domain type of like, hey, we're running the tracks through here.
Yeah,
and
it has that vibe.
And we're giving you $1, like a square mile, $1 an acre.
That's why you go really fast in there, really fast.
For the most part, it follows existing right-of-ways.
Yeah,
it's mostly in the verge of the interstate or the 408 or whatever goes out that way.
Now we stayed at the Guitar Hotel, which is what I wanted to stay at, just because when you don't get the option to do it very often. It's at the venue. The Chris Stapleton concert is at the Guitar Hotel in their ballroom, or I guess in their venue that's attached there.
Yeah.
I happen to know like what it costs to get a room in the Tampa Hard Rock just from looking at the regular prices compared to the comp prices you get for gambling, and it's crazy what they charge for rooms.
Yeah,
I came into Miami, it's got to probably double too.
It was $1,000.
Oh,
Yeah, it was $1,000 for the night, and that was the part that Andrea is just like, no, sir. But because we don't really do anything very often, we can weigh it like that, in terms of, well, this is a once in a lifetime thing that we're going to go and do, so let's do it right. And that's what we chose to do. It's like we loaded in all of our stuff. The room was overlooking the pool.
Nice.
The pool situation there is one of the coolest I've ever seen. But the energy inside that Hard Rock Guitar Casino Hotel thing is it's insane. I've never seen this many people partying sun up to sundown in one area before. If Tampa's anything like that, it's crazy.
So before you move on, talking about just going ahead and spending the money or whatever, I was talking to a buddy of mine who's a Denver Broncos fan, and he's flying to Denver for the playoffs. And
so he's getting to go to some games he wouldn't want to do.
And if he keeps and if the Denver makes it the second round of playoffs, he's flying to that, flying back for the next round of playoffs. And he's like, but if they make it to the Super Bowl, I'm not going. It's too far, too expensive, whatever. I'm like, what the hell are you talking about, dude? I'm like, you have to, and I understand that some people are like, I just can't afford it. You should do whatever you can to try to afford these experiences, because I was telling them, I was like, in your lifetime, they can never be back to the Super Bowl. And then are you going to miss this one opportunity because it's too expensive? Like, just stretch yourself way too thin, because have you ever talked to anybody, and I'm putting this out to listeners, and they can send me emails if they want, because I'm curious about this, because I often tell myself, like, I'll do it next year or whatever, like, I mean, and but anyway, has anybody ever told you I shouldn't have gone on this trip or vacation or experience, and they regretted it? Do you know anybody who's ever told you they regretted doing something or spending money or stretching?
Yeah, I've told you. The only one I have is one or I think multiple people that have ever been to Dubai. That's it. That's the only one I've ever heard somebody say, like, nah, I did not enjoy it.
Yeah, I guess.
But not ever. I mean, I don't think that person would. And that person was more speaking from, I think, the frame
of
vacation,
yeah.
Of like, and he's been multiple times. So no. I'll answer your question. No, I can't think of anyone actively that said, no, I shouldn't have done that.
I'm talking about, like, this guy's a huge Denver Bronco fan. They make it to the Super Bowl. Like, that could never happen again. I can understand, like, hey, I'd like to check out Dubai. You go there, you're like, not for me. That's different. That's not like you could always go to Dubai. You can put that off later, even though like things happen, and most likely you're never going to go if you don't go when you say you're going to go. But like an experience like your team makes it to the Super Bowl, and you've always wanted to go see them and play in the Super Bowl.
Well, it's very unique because it's your team. It's like no different
and
than
it can never happen again.
Well, right. Like you and I, Billy Joel, New Year's Eve. That ranks
Yes.
very high in my mind because you're getting to see
This person has
top
a lifespan.
tier, yeah, you're getting to see top tier, one of maybe 10 musicians in the world that people all love, and we got to see him on New Year's with a bunch of different surprises and stuff. I'll never be able to do that ever again.
Yeah, and then you're not gonna go back down to the Hard Rock and stay at the Guitar Hotel to see Chris Stapleton again.
It'll
After
never happen
this,
again.
well,
I'll go
even
one
if it
further.
does happen again, you're not gonna. You've already experienced it.
And
But
we tell you why it won't.
Yeah.
It won't
Okay.
because I don't know why he was playing. Okay, when I bought this ticket, which is probably, I don't know, over a year ago or something at this point. It was a weirdo listing, like I'm going through. I've got the hat on.
It's a small venue, dude.
Yeah, it's a small venue. So he's doing all these mega arenas, and he's doing it's the All American Road Show, and normally he has like different people that open for him, and it's supposed to be like this big thing. And then I was on his website one day, I think, actually going through the bargain T-shirts that he has. Which, I mean, if you like, Ross probably knows this trick already. If you really like a band, you can get on there sometimes, and they'll have extra shirts for like cities that they've played that they want to get rid of. So you can get and I got a Chris Stapleton Atlanta shirt for $7. I don't.
That's how I got those weekend Sao Paulo shirts.
Yeah.
I didn't go to Brazil.
Look, my wife has rubbed off on me, okay? My wife has, whether I like it or not, there are things that she has rubbed off on me and taught me because she's really good at finding the value in when she's purchasing things.
She needs to do a podcast on these things.
She really does.
That's a lot of time, research she's spent to do this.
Well, to finish the Brightline thing quickly, she did set, and she does this. And this sounds ridiculous, but if you're going to be that level of value, you have to set alarms in your calendar to tell you to go, it's 10 days out before we go to see Chris Stapleton on the Brightline. Check to see if they have the Super Saver $5 pass.
Smart.
You know what I mean? You have to set those alarms and be ready to do the work. It's all about, it's like no different than anything you ever say. It's just the reps of the work that you have to put it in, right?
10 days out, that's a million years from now. That's what I say.
So anyway, I was on the website looking for it. Found, I'm looking through all the dates. I see like Hollywood Sunrise. What? That's a tiny venue. Let me see if I can get some tickets. Oh, there are tickets. I bought the ticket. And then I look at all of the other places that he's playing. Like even after this, the second leg of this All American Roadshow tour, they're all stadiums. I think one of them is Tampa. I think he's doing
Raymond James.
Yeah. And Andrea asked, she's like, "What do you think the difference in show is?" And I'm like, "I don't even think you can compare it." Because I could have thrown I was in a bad seat. I was up in the balcony. What would be considered air
How
quotes.
big is the venue there at Hard Rock?
Tiny. It's. It looks like Hard Rock Live here.
Okay. All right.
That's what it looks like to me.
All right. Well, that's still like 3,000, 5,000. Yeah. 5,000.
But it ain't no
stadium.
40,000.
But it's a decent. It's like Hard Rock Live.
It is, but like even in the, I guess there was one balcony above us.
That's still super small for Chris Stapleton. Yeah.
I mean, for him, and that's why I don't think it'll ever happen again. I don't even know why.
Does he play arenas?
Yeah,
okay,
I mean, he plays the biggest spots.
Like he played Kia in Orlando.
Yeah, if he came. In fact, I don't think he's coming here because I don't think it's big enough. I think that's why he'd do Tampa.
You do the Raymond James.
Yeah.
Or the state. That's the difference between you do an amphitheater because the amphitheater is a step up from.
You mean St. Augustine?
No, in Tampa. Like there's that amphitheater that sometimes the acts go to.
Yeah.
Because the stadium.
I think he's bigger than that.
So because Tampa has an arena too,
and that's what he's doing.
So I guess there's like a ring. I guess the step up is like amphitheaters,
then arena, and then stadium.
And arena, the stadium. Yeah,
and he's doing stadium.
Okay, stadium is gigantic.
Which I don't think it's going to sound as good.
60K,
right? Because I thought about Maisie loves Chris Stapleton, and like, bring her, and I'm like, I don't think we're going to have I don't think it's going to be the same.
Tampa had really good sound.
Okay.
Orlando. This is the weekend shows I saw recently. Tampa had really good sound when I saw him there. Orlando had really good sound. Miami, the sound was pretty bad. The what's the Dolphin Stadium in Miami?
Hard Rock. Yeah. Ironically,
is it? Oh yeah.
It'd all be Joe Robbie to me, but it's Hard Rock.
It's always Joe Robbie to me.
When you got how was the show?
Well, the show was great. Also, it's got we went to dinner first at this little I'd never seen this technology before. Tell me if you guys have seen this, because my daughter loves
the Star Trek food replicator.
No, but it's getting there. My daughter loves this volcano hibachi bars, where you go and you grill your own meat or you grill your own whatever, And we've been to a lot of them, but this is the first time I've seen one. They give you a little piece of Kobe beef or Kobe fat to
grease the grill.
To grease the grill.
Okay, all right.
But the grill has a vacuum underneath it. And so there's no smoke vent, there's no hood over it. It's so fascinating.
Neat.
Yeah, the whole grill is a vacuum. And you use the Kobe fat to grease the grill.
So where does it suck the air from? Around the outside, the
sucks
edge?
it from the bottom. The whole bottom of it, I guess from the edges, or like it wouldn't be directly the bottom, obviously, because you're going to get like grease and drippings.
But it's got to be the edges.
But it's got to be from the edges, and it sucks all
in.
the smoke in, and so you don't smell like anything. It was amazing.
It doesn't even come up into the air to get to your nose at all. It's just right there at the table. That's super neat.
It literally can't. You don't hear it either. So we were using that and like doing these kind of meals. We also did the move where we were looking at the menu. We made a last minute sort of a pivot to this place and got a reservation. And we're like, we don't even need to look at the menu. Let's just do it and see how it works out. So we made a reservation. We go in there, and we definitely were the couple that were like, can we have a glass of water and a piece of white bread toasted, please? Because there were people in there throwing down thousands of dollars on dinner, dude.
You should have done that. You're already there.
No.
You're already there. You need to spend it.
Dude,
it's all part of it.
Tier. You're a 3-tier system guy. You give them the one at the top is the introductory, right? The introductory feast.
Yeah.
The one in the middle is the Kobe beef feast, and the one at the bottom is the Imperial feast, right?
Yeah.
I thought, you got to eat the Emperor?
I was like, we'll go to the Wagyu. We'll go the middle. What does Tom tell me? I'll shoot for the middle. That's the best. Yeah, you get the value of both, right? It was $375 just off the top. It was just like, boom, your food
per person?
Per $375. Boom.
Oh,
I'm like, hey,
wow.
I don't know about that. I was like, I don't know about that. The Emperor's Feast, $650.
God damn.
Yeah, so I went with a sensible $125.
Yeah.
Like I was
Still,
like, we do not. I know. I was like, we do not belong here. We better take it to go, and then we'll take it. And even if that means doing what poor people do when you overextend yourselves with food that you can't take home with you, you take it with you whether you want it or not, and then at the end of the next day you throw it in the trash can. You throw it in the trash can, but you had to take it. You had to take the food home. You have to take it.
Yeah, and the waiter must have been confused by you because they know Chris Stapleton's in town and whatever. And then you show up, you're like, this guy's either rich or poor.
Yeah.
Let's see what he orders. And they're like, I knew it.
Oh, poor. I knew it.
Yeah. Because
too small to be rich.
You could have got the Imperial.
I could have.
Based on your look, we've gone over this. You're either
rich or poor.
A bum or insanely famous. There's you pull out. You're the only middle class. Bearded, looking the way
like
you do.
No man.
And you know what? I'll announce right now for all listeners of the show, Dan, you and Tom as well. At the end of the show, I've discovered a literal, actual, 100% true infinite money glitch at the casino, and I will share it with you guys at the end of the show.
Okay,
I love this. So the show, we went right from there. It's nice. It's also nice to have. After you're done eating like Kobe beef or having something sort of that kind of, it was kind of heavy, like I was not a good pick to eat something so greasy. So I had to go up and it's nice to have a room. You freshen up.
Having a room at the casino is a definite game changer.
Yeah, I did wear my cowboy hat. I did wear my cowboy boots. Everybody else had on boots and cowboy hats too, but there's so much money in that room. My God, I did not belong in that casino area. But Chris Stapleton, out of all the male artists I've seen, and I put him in like sort
bunch of Miami Cowboys.
A lot of Miami Cowboys. Oh yeah, man, like so much money.
Like, did you know where you're at? All right.
No, I watched a gentleman that was like dressed to the 1000s in like everything crocodile, like he was like Mr. Crocodile, and I watched Mr. Crocodile walking, and then there were like these guys, like kind of like punk asses. Like young,
like little birds pecking him clean.
Well, they were just kind of watching him, right? And they're like kind of following him in. And he walks in and he goes up to this like tall, like kind of cool looking black dude with like like black dudes have like a tiny ponytail, like a little skinny ponytail, like an older dude.
Okay.
He looked like an old funk bass player or something, like a tall, skinny black dude that's worked. You can tell he's worked there for forever. And they saw Mr. Crocodile, and he like gives him the handshake, like gives him the love. And then Mr. Crocodile goes walking in, and it's the high rollers. It says high limit tables.
Yeah.
And he walks in, and then the other guys go in there. I've never seen anything like this before.
Right.
The other guys go, and the skinny black guy puts his hand on the guy, just touching the guy, and he goes, "Don't embarrass yourself."
You know?
And me and Andrew are like, whoa.
Even
Casino security does not play around.
Walking into that room, they either know you like Crocodile
Right,
Man or
right.
you have your card out to show them already.
No, they knew him.
If you're not, but the two guys behind them, they didn't know them, so they either would have had their cards out or he knows, put their hand on the
No,
chest
but
and get
he
them
knew
the hell
they
out
were
of
up
here.
to no good. He already had made a judgment call of like, I know exactly. I've seen you a million times. I know exactly what you're doing, and I'm going to turn you around right now.
Yeah.
It was a no BS zone.
It's the last bastion of like old school high rollers mean everything. If you don't got nothing, get the hell out of here. Like, well,
Yeah, it felt like that. It felt like that.
And then like if you have money, you are treated better than everybody else, and the casino will tell you that to your face.
Now they're
and that's not like
welcoming.
that anymore anywhere else. I mean, the casino still lives.
They are welcoming. They're not like a-holes about it. That guy he could see that what was happening there, and he shut it down early.
You can't just walk in the high rollers and just be like, hey, I just want to
can't.
look around. You know, it's like, get the hell out of here.
But we did. No, they will. If you don't look like a punk. No, we walked by, and then another room. There's different. There's high roller.
Oh, they must have thought you were rich.
Well, I will say it is when I had on my boots and cowboy hat, so I probably appeared to be more authentically rich than I do right now.
Now, high roller table games is one thing. They will let you in a high roller slots every once in a while.
It was high roller. This was poker, and we just cut through, and it was like, and he just kind of like, we knew to be quiet, but he was like, oh yeah, come through. And we walked through, and it went to another side, and we went down to the other side because I just wanted to feel the energy. High roller poker is quiet. High roller poker, there's nothing happening in there. High roller poker.
We're serious.
Yeah, it's very serious. I don't know what, I was trying to peek. I didn't want to be that guy, but I wanted to try and see if I could delineate what kind of chips or what kind of action we had on the table, but I could not. I will say that though that all the high roller divisions of this casino were the most packed. So much money. So much money and screaming. And I got to do something that I don't know if you've ever done before, but I thought it was super fun, is after the concert. Oh, I'll get back to that. In my opinion, I've listened to a lot of famous people sing and been to a lot of concerts. I thought Chris Stapleton was the greatest male vocalist I've seen sing live.
Okay.
He was that good. He did not seem to make any mistakes. Every song that he sang sounded like the album, but better. It was like, hey, I'm going to take this song that you know, and I'm going to sing it just like you love it, but I'm going to improv on this and make it even better. And his band is so perfect. They just play exactly what they need to play. It was a perfect performance, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, if you're playing stadiums at this point, you're dialed in. You know what I'm saying? You are a pro of pros.
Yeah.
And to see a pro of pros in a small venue is pretty awesome.
I was also correct. He does not say one word to the audience. He walked out.
Really?
He had a funny joke. He said, hey, sorry I'm late. And then he started. And then he did literally like 2 hours. 2 hours of music. He does not talk. He doesn't tell any stories. There are no video montages. There's no pyro. There was no opener, which was great. We got the luxury. The reschedule gave us the luxury of getting the concert at 8:05. He went on. And at like 10:15, 10:18, he was saying goodnight. And that was it.
That's probably a reflection of stadium shows because you can't really do a lot of audience interaction in a stadium show, you know?
Yeah.
It's harder.
Yeah, it was. But now during the concert, a couple of things we noticed are, and this is the most weird one, is that I don't even think I'm mad at people now for their behavior when they're out because I think Andrea and I figured it out. We talked it out on the train. People can't sit still. People can't take in a show. They're tweaking. They have to be moving. They have to be doing something.
Well, their brains are ruined.
We've ruined their brains.
Yeah.
I mean, it's never been more apparent than this show.
Yeah.
Everybody was moving around. Even if they had, you were seeing people that would like get up to get a drink and then come down with their drink, and then their wife would be like, "Oh, I wish I was like, oh, I'll get you one. And then they get up and go again. I'd be like, you don't want to sit and watch the show? They can't sit and watch the show. Their brains are rotten.
Was there a lot of people holding their phone up, filming the show, watching the show on their phone while they're... It drives me crazy.
Yeah, the
it drives
people
me
in front of
absolutely
me,
insane.
The lady in front of me had better seats than me, spent more money than me. They were on the edge because like they were literally over the edge of the balcony. And the lady was on her phone and filming it. She didn't look up one time, didn't stand up one time, didn't sing one time, literally. And she had to do that move because we're in the balcony where she had to like zoom in. So every micro millimeter she'd move her phone would be like 3 feet of movement. So she was like constantly like moving it around and monkeying with it. And then her husband was tweaking too. He was constantly getting up. Everyone was constantly just getting up. Like, got to get up, got to do this, got to do that, got to do this, got to do that. And it's like, It's stop. I mean, it's like, stop, everybody stop. Just stop. Freeze.
Here's the thing. Also, if it's a high ticket price, maybe, and especially the Hard Rock Hotel, everybody there has more money. And with more money, your experiences are less valuable because you're doing something. So it's not like this is a throwaway. So you're like, I don't care.
Probably a lot.
It felt like that. It felt like that in some ways.
Probably a lot of them even got comped in. Just they were high rollers on the scene and just got comped in.
Now I want to ask you
so
guys.
it's less valuable.
Don't even care.
Yeah.
Let me ask you a serious question because I know we're going to be up against a break soon, but like getting towards sort of the end of it, it was great. One of the best concerts I've ever been to. It was fantastic. Brightline was great. Something happened during the concert though, and I wanted to get your opinion on how like you would have handled it. Andrea obviously didn't want me opening my mouth. I was on best behavior, so I did not. I just observed. There's a couple sitting in the front row, the same front row I'm telling you of the balcony that I'm seated in. Same place that the lady was sitting there filming, the whole time, didn't, watch the show. She watched it through her phone. But it was older man with younger girl on date, very in love. And they were canoodling through the entire concert, and as the songs got more and more sexy, like a little Chris Stapleton, I Think I'm in Love with You, a little more bluesy, Get Down, they started to stand up and dance and kind of dance together. Now, the seats are pretty tight. That's the only complaint I would say about this place. The sound's phenomenal. The service was phenomenal. The seats are not like the Brightline. If you were a bigger person riding the Brightline and you loved it and then you got to the venue and you had to sit down, you're going to be angry at these seats because they're tight. They're very tight seats. Even for me and Andrea, I'm not the biggest dude, but these are little seats. They're maximizing the amount of space they have there.
And is it regular chairs on a floor?
No, you could have done that. He chose not to do that. That would have been built-in. That would have been standing room. I was in built-in, no different than Dr. Phillips, but think tiny movie seat.
Okay, all right.
Foldable down.
Yeah.
Traditional movie seat.
Yeah.
So the people in front of us, older man, new hot girlfriend, they're in love and they're showing it. The people behind them, there's a man and a woman, older couple, that as they stand up to dance, it is completely blocking their view of Chris Stapleton and band.
Yeah.
I mean, completely blocking. It really is.
You scream out, "This ain't a dance floor, old man!"
Right, right. Well, there's that, and so you had a little bit of that, right? You had the man and the woman, the older man and woman whose view is blocked. Who I think the lady tapped the girl on the shoulder and asked them if they'd sit down, and the younger couple kind of acted as if like, no big deal. And then they did sit down for a second, but somewhere along the lines of them sitting down for a second, they decided, no, we're gonna ruin your time. We're gonna stand up and start dancing now because the troll is now more important than Chris Stapleton in the concert. So they stood up and they kept dancing, and they made it about them. And it was one of the most selfish things I've ever seen. But they started dancing and doing it, and now they were doing it to get the lady mad, and now they were doing it to get the old man mad, and it did. And the old man would get up and he'd go to get like an usher, but nobody's going to do anything because it was the middle of the concert, people don't really care. And what are you going to do about it? Now
you're kind of allowed to stand up. In
you
a
kind
concert.
of are. Again, I'm going
to. No one can really say like you have to sit down. Like
you're right.
If you're an usher, what are you going to do? Come over and be like, could you stop enjoying the show, please?
Yeah,
could you sit down and have less fun here?
There is concert rules. Like with the last concert we went to with Max. Pierce the Veil. It's like when Pierce the Veil comes on, everybody stands up and then spins the entire time standing.
Absolutely.
And you cannot ask the person in front of you to sit down, and that's the
you can ask, but you're gonna look like a real jerk.
Unless if everybody's sitting, you can't be the one standing.
They were.
Then you've now bucked the system. And you have to recognize, like, listen, the hive mentality said we're all sitting. I gotta sit.
Well, that's what I was gonna say.
You can only do what everybody else does.
That's what I was gonna say. And then Andrea, she didn't want me getting involved. And, truth be told, she was correct. I had no business. Not my business.
You got no dog in that fight.
No, I mean, enjoy your time. It didn't disrupt my view. I felt for the old man and the lady and they handled it in a way that I didn't see coming. I thought they were going to continue to escalate it, right?
The man shot them with a duck rifle.
No, that's second. That's right under what actually happened. What actually happened, what was weird, and I did not see this coming, and this is kind of sad because we live in a time when Tom says more people need to be shamed, right? We've talked about this. The couple continued to dance. The old man, they minced words a little bit. The old man said, "I'm going to go get security." The old man made his way through the alley to go up, up the little deal here, the little staircase. He motioned for his wife to come up. He got her, and they left. And they decided that they had had all of it. And I don't know if they were going to ask for a refund, or I don't think you really can ask for a refund. Maybe you can. I don't know.
You could probably go ask to sit somewhere else, and maybe they're like, we'll try to,
They were doing it.
They trying to make you happy.
But it sounds like they had good seats.
Yeah.
I mean, they were better than mine, but they weren't like crazy good.
Okay.
There's still the balcony.
Okay.
What really sucks is that you had two people that are younger than me. That this is where my dumb old man kicks in, where it's like, man, you had the opportunity to play that cool and be like, oh, I understand. The level of you dancing does not delineate how much you love your new girlfriend, and she was cute, and I want you to have a good time. But you didn't think that you should weigh out all the options and be like, well, I want this old man and this lady to have a good time too. It's not just me here. I bear some responsibility for the other humans that are here to have a good time, and that's going to mean I have to not dance tonight. And that's okay.
Doesn't it ruin your romantic time knowing that someone...
No, they were laughing. They were laughing.
Okay, well, you're
laughing.
insane then. You're an insane D.
No, but there are a lot of people that get off of that, man. There were. In fact, I'll take you one further. The people next to me, there was a gay couple next to me, and they...
You get off on ruining other people's
They
time?
were laughing at the old
insane.
people, too. They were laughing at the two old people that when they left. They're like, ha, that's what you get. They're allowed to stand. And I'm like, well, they are allowed to stand. I'm not taking that away from them. But should they? They're allowed to do a lot of things, you know?
Yeah. If they know it bothers someone, yes,
yeah,
you're
but
allowed.
should they do it?
Yeah.
If you choose to do it just to aggravate that old man and his wife, then you're a top-tier bad person. You are.
I could take as long as I want walking across the street on a crosswalk, right?
Yes. People do it.
I could walk
They
one
laugh.
inch, and I have a legal right to take as long as I want. Why would I do that? I'd be insane. Just slow it because, look at that. Everybody wants to go, and I'll take as long as I want.
No, they were
now
doing
you're
that.
A-hole.
Yeah, my wife's in the chat room. She can even weigh in. It was so bad that I'm just like, okay, well.
All right. If I'm that old man, right, the couple won't sit down.
Yeah.
The way I handle it, what I do, I just stand up, put my hands in my pocket, and watch the show. Because they're having more fun than me, right? And who am I to stop that? I could ramp up to them and have as much fun if I wanted to, but I would still want to see the show. I'm just gonna stand up, put my hands in my pocket, just stand,
I kinda like that.
stand uncomfortably behind them and watch the show.
I like that because you have no other
bad luck.
How else are you? Yeah,
I want to see the
right.
show. I want to see the show. I have no other recourse. I'm just gonna stand up, put my hands in my pocket.
Yeah.
Listen, me and Ross want to win every bet we make, but we don't because we have bad luck. We're willing to accept it.
The leaving though made me sad.
You have to accept bad luck.
No,
Yes.
but the leaving made me
Absolutely.
sad because that's the last thing I would have never done that. I
Right.
didn't think of what you said. I do like that take, Ross. The only one I had on my bingo card that is unacceptable in the Dennis household is walking out of there. I have to finish the concert. Yeah. You're not going to win just because you're enjoying dancing and trolling me. I can't let you win. Whether that means I just sit there and stare at my the crotch of my jeans and listen to Chris Stapleton, maybe it means that. Maybe it means that.
And you can kind of see through the people. It was whatever. He was still sitting there. Anyway, all right. We'll take a quick break. We'll be right back with more corporate time.
Oh, I felt so bad for that old man.
We went to the Plaza Live and saw some band my wife wanted to see about a month or so ago. First concert I've been to in a long time.
Yeah.
We were at the balcony hanging over, and same thing. We were about 3 rows back, and it's funny. It's a younger, older man, younger lady, same thing. They're up the whole
Same
time.
couple.
Yeah, it could have.
That'd be funny. It's like they fucking get off on doing it. I bet there are couples that like that, dude. Where they're disruptor couples. I hate that shit. It looks so immature, and the guy, it wasn't like their dancing was what's funny is the seats are so tight that even them standing is more uncomfortable than it is for them sitting because the seats are so small.
They know what they're doing.
Yeah, they enjoyed it.
Coldplay action. I've been cheating on his
Yeah, you're right. He was making a lot of a scene. He's pretty brazen then. I want one of those. I immediately started to source one of those grills because I start, after I see something cool that's cooking, I always think, well, there's got to be a millionaire that has that shit in his house. Who has the vacuum grill in his house? That'd
I
be
know
badass.
people with like the tabletop thing, but I don't know. The vacuum grill's weird.
Yeah, it's wild,
That's
dude. And we were, because the guy was like, "You'll have no smell. You won't smell afterwards." And I'm like, when he left the table, I looked over to Andrew. I'm like, "Bullshit. I'm gonna smell." And like, he was right. I had a full cowboy get up on, and I did. My beard didn't stink.
Nice.
This is another thing. The reason people ask me if you like this beer, I do not. Maisie likes it. It collects odors. If I walk into a 7-Eleven that somebody's smoked in and I buy something for my family and walk out, my beard will smell like that 7-Eleven for the entire day. It fucking sucks.
My Dominican mother-in-law lives with us, and yeah, she can't cooking empanada. The fucking house smells like.
But that's that deep-rooted. There's some spices going on there.
Bay leaves.
Yeah. Oh, bay leaves.
Every piece of meat I have's got fucking leaves. It's so old.
Bays are strong too, man. Like it goes strong.
It's good though.
Yeah, you're lucky. You know, there's worse things to complain about.
I know. I feel like
You can have some old white food.
I feel
like
like such
sucks.
an asshole. She's like a saint. To anyone else, she's a saint. But,
You're
to
like,
me, I'm fucking over it.
I need a slice of pizza. Give me something without a bay leaf in it. That's funny. You been good, man?
Yeah.
Good to see you, dude.
Yeah. How you doing?
Yeah,
I
very,
appreciate
very
you
good to
guys
see you.
letting me in. Yes, sir.
How you been?
Good.
It's been, I feel like we've known you, I feel like it's like 20 years now.
It's close to it now.
Gotta be.
I remember stumbling across you guys. I was working at the fucking, obviously the radio show, but I remember the first time I saw the podcast was going to the website on my phone. I was working, I was a prep guy at Sonny's in Palatka.
Oh, hell yeah.
That new Fairville, like I had passed by, it used to be an old fuck shop with the movie theater in it.
Yeah.
And now it's where Fairville is out there. That one in Palatka, but yeah, my Sonny's was like a block away from there.
Is that Sony still there?
Oh fuck, Sonny's right next.
I bet that one does good, though.
It's what is Zaxby's, Sonny's, Golden Corral, Crystals, Fairville.
That's all I need. I know you'll know where to find my double wide when I divorce my wife. It's like I want to move where it has all the stuff I like. That's funny.
All right, we'll do the BDM show now.
Yeah, buddy. Guys, I forgot. I got to kick you over to the BDM show. That went faster than normal. I will see you guys very, very soon over on